Fishful Thinker is brought to you by Lowrance, Find, Navigate, Dominate. Peterson Toyota, Fort Collins, Colorado. Sportsman's Warehouse, gear up for unforgettable.
The other smallmouth lake that you want to take us to, you told us, well, there's a lot of them in here and they're decent. Oh yeah, they're decent, all right. They're like 3 to 4 pounders, all of them. Again, we worked on a riprap bank a bunch. Riprap, rock and smallmouth goes together great.
Yep.
Windblown riprap goes together great. We fished windblown riprap. Now on that lake, we caught fish with the hit stick.
That's right.
We also caught fish with the square bull. We caught fish there with the frit side.
Yep.
We caught fish there with what
Flicker
else?
shad.
Oh yeah, the flicker, a couple different flicker shads.
Yep.
And so it goes to show you, we picked baits for spots. He made a great call on one of them. He's like, man, there's walleyes right here. This isn't I was throwing the big square bill, the square bull. Well, the walleyes are probably going to gravitate to a flicker shad better. Ties the flicker shad on, throws it, and smoked a big old walleye right off the bat on
the shot.
On the first throw,
Yep.
which was very impressive. And that was a brand new color. I believe that color is chubby.
HD flash
Oh,
chubby. Yep.
HD flash chubby. There you go. Either way, it's a cool bait, and the walleyes liked it as well. Oh, first throw,
Flicker
nice.
shad.
Flicker shad. What's your bet? You think you got the walleye you were talking about? Looks
Maybe.
like you probably did. I'm trying. I'm coming for the net. Here, let me get my bait in.
This is a good fish.
That's got to be a big old walleye.
This is a big fish.
That's got to be a big walleye. He is staying down.
Yes.
Yep, big old monster walleye.
First cast with the flicker shad.
That's why this guy right here, he designs baits. He's like, I think it's something more subtle like the flicker shad, and then he threw
I know
it.
walleyes like flicker shads.
Holy crap, I've been waiting to throw this color all day. He just said that when he's
I
talking
said I
about-
think they'll like the gold and the purple.
Oh my God, dude. How nice is that fish? Let's see if we can get him out of here gracefully
That
here.
one's made for the camera.
Oh
Look at that.
my gosh, dude, look at that here. I'll grab those hooks out. I'll grab the pliers there, and you can get that hook out of the fish. Holy schmoly, that's a gorgeous walleye, bud.
Look at that.
Nicely done, dude. That's a big one. This is the guy that designed this bait. It's the flicker shad.
Actually, no, my boss designed this bait. Keith Ostrom and Chris Patsillis. He's on the show previously.
Hey, Chris. Yep, Chris has been on. Okay, I didn't know if you were on the team yet at that point. It's
Not
been more
for the
than 10
7.
years.
I did some other flicker shads, but those guys were the original guys that did the 7 with Gary Parsons and Keith Cavias.
All right, well, it's one of our favorite baits of all time. It's one of the most consistent baits a guy can throw. Now, what's up with this color?
So this color I designed, I actually, we're coming out with a new line of flicker shads and hit sticks. These are called the HD Flash series. So there's an internal foil, it's HD printed, and we have a lot of cool colors. This one is a purple and gold color we call chubby.
Chubby.
So super realistic, super flashy, and as you just saw, they catch walleyes.
I was gonna say, the fish he caught with was also chubby, so I think that's pretty slick, and it's really fun to fish with the guy that made the baits. Let's catch another one.
Fishful Thinker is brought to you by Berkley, your fish, our science. Abu Garcia, fish to win. Sportsman's Warehouse, gear up for unforgettable.
We came here because this guy's been posting pictures of monster smallmouth for a long time on your Instagram, and I've been seeing those. We talk on the phone, we text, you gotta come see these smallmouth. Well, we only targeted the big smallmouth in the big lake for a couple hours.
That's right.
And yet we caught 2 monsters.
Yeah.
Were you surprised by that?
No, I mean, you got to think about it this way. I think we hit the lake at the right time. So we hit that lake at the right time, and they were there for us to catch. Yeah, I do got one.
Fish. All
I
right.
don't think it's that big.
I bet it's big enough.
Oh, it's bigger than I thought.
It's a big one. We're going with big one. I'm getting the net just in case we need it. And
Dude,
it's a horse.
It's a giant.
It's a horse.
It's a giant.
It's a giant. Let me get a hold of the motor here quick. Grab that.
Yep.
We're floating in the rocks. Thank you. Oh my God, that's a big fish. Sorry guys, I had to get the boat off the rocks. That is a gigantic smallmouth bass. How do you like my beetle spin now, buddy? We got to talk about that.
This is going to be a solid 5-pounder all day.
Oh my, bro. And it's, let me get this out of here.
Yep.
This is a brand new, got it? It's a gulp paddle shad on one of the Berkley swim bait heads.
Yep.
On what started life as a beetle spin arm because of versatility, and look at what he just put in the boat. Nicely done.
5-pounder, dude.
When you fish for big fish, it's different than fishing for little fish or average fish or just fishing for fish. We were targeting big ones. We got exactly 2 bites.
Yep.
We put both of those bites in the boat, fortunately.
Yes.
And they were 2 monster smallmouth. And I say that all the time. If you're gonna fish for big ones, if you're gonna go target big ones, whether it be a location or with a lure, you need to execute every time. Because you're not gonna ever get a lot of bites fishing for truly monstrous fish. And that was a classic example of that. We used 1 stock right out of the package bait, and that was the square bull, the 7.5 square bull. And then the other one was the modified beetle spin that we put together with the gulp paddle shad on it. 2 completely different baits, 2 completely different locations, both big fish type spots, and we made it work. Got him!
You got one?
Yep.
I was just gonna throw it. What is it?
Big old smallmouth. Yep, we'll use that net. I appreciate it. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that smallmouth.
Yes!
Oh my
It's
gosh,
huge!
look at the size of that smallmouth. Sorry, camera guy, just blew your audio out. Sorry, people at home. Oh my God.
What a...
That, guys, is why we drove to South Dakota. I mean, Dan's a nice guy.
I just pointed you to the spot at the end, didn't I?
He says, turn around, throw it out there. I picked up one of your baits, the square bull.
Look at that.
That is a giant smallmouth. Look at that.
That's like a short 5-pounder, dude.
Dude, that's a 5-pounder. Can we weigh it?
Yeah, let's
I'll
weigh
put it in the net.
Measure board. Put them on your measure board.
Okay.
I'm gonna weigh this thing quick.
And Tim, just roll on whatever you want right here. Just burn up tape.
It's gonna be a
we're
short
going home, right?
5-pounder.
Fine.
Look at that. It's
That's
gonna be about 18
and a half.
5 even.
5 even. I got me a 5-pounder, 5.0.
But it was only 18.5 inches.
18.5 inch long, legit hanging on a scale, 5-pound fish.
Fishful Thinker is brought to you by Peterson Toyota, Fort Collins, Colorado. Sportsman's Warehouse, gear up for unforgettable. Lowrance, find, navigate, dominate.
All right, guys, so I want to point out once again, this fish is in this conservation series net the whole time. So regardless of how it looks on film, as soon as we get him unhooked back in the water, they go, let the fish revive. He can swim, his gills work, everything works great. We can get our still photos. You can see my bait's still cut off in the net because I just wanted the fish off so we could deal with the fish, which is a lot more important. One more quick look. Look at the belly. Dan Spengler, you're the man.
It's awesome.
Right here,
That's
real
a great fish.
gentle. We got to put this fish back real gentle. Because that's
Is that worth the drive?
That's worth the drive. Look at the sides on that thing, guys.
Put your hand up on the side.
Look at that. Look at that. That's a big smallmouth. Yes, sir. Pretty as you please. South Dakota representing. Dude, you said we got one lake with a lot of them in it, and they're good, and there's a lot. And then we got another lake, there's not as many, but they're giant, and we have caught 2 fish.
Yep.
And both of them were legit, hanging on a scale, 5+ pounders.
Yep. Good way to end the evening right here.
Yes, sir. Holy shit. Let me show this crab. Let me show this bait off real quick, guys, too, because everyone always yells at us if we don't give you a good close-up of the bait. So we're gonna make sure that you get an idea. Let me get it out of here. It's just tangled in this net a little bit. Come out of there. Okay. And you can see I cut it off, but it's a square bull. It's a Berkley 7.5 square bull right there. And the old chartreuse black back, very famous color. You can see there's 12-pound, 100% fluorocarbon. I cut it off because I just wanted to snip it off there so we could deal with the fish and not have to deal with it. But fantastic bait. You've seen it on Fishful Thinker a bunch before. If I have enough confidence to tie it on in a lake where I'm looking for 5-pounders, that's a good sign. This color because of the water color, and that's the guy that designed it right there.
Works like a charm.
Worked like a charm. All right, guys, so there you have it. We have had a fantastic few days in the boat here with Dan Spengler from Berkley, and you know, I've learned a ton about lure development. I've already been to your office, so I had some idea what was gonna be going down, but I hadn't got a chance to fish with him, and it's great to learn that a guy that loves to design baits loves to fish more, and that it's a fish-driven process. I think that's a great thing that cannot be lost. It's not about catching fishermen, it's about catching fish first, because if you catch fish, you'll catch fishermen, and that's a key thing. So we appreciate so much you hosting us here in South Dakota. South Dakota has been a fantastic place for us to visit. Big smallmouth, big largemouth, pike, walleye. We have had a fantastic couple of days of fishing here, so we appreciate that. If a guy wants to follow you, Dan Spengler 84 on Instagram.
That's right.
And Dan Spengler on Facebook as well.
That's right.
And you do seminars and social media posting about baits and stuff on a regular basis. I know that.
Yep, maybe a couple sneak peeks about upcoming Berkley projects. Check it out.
There you go. Check them out, guys. Of course, berkley-fishing.com is their website if you want to get this stuff, or you can get most of it at Sportsman's Warehouse as well. So if you want to follow our Instagram or Facebook, that's at Fishful Thinker. We'd love for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, also at Fishful Thinker. Otherwise, we hope you'll tune in. We'll see you next week. Oh, first throw. Nice.
Shad.
Big old monster walleye.
First cast with the flicker shad.
That's why this guy right here, he designs baits. He's like, I think it's something more subtle like the flicker shad, and then he threw it.
I know walleyes like flicker shad.
That'll work, right?
That is so good. Look at the shape of that fish.
I know, right? Look at the body size on all of them, and all of them, guys, look just like that.
There's a bait in that fish's mouth. That is good. Right by the boat, too.
Well done, Farnsey.
Thank you, sir.